Thank you for being here. I'm Donovan from RV on the Wayside, and this is VIDLIFT. How is everybody doing tonight? So, I want to tell everybody this is to congratulations. You've almost made it to 2022, and I'm the king of pop-ups. VidLift is a show where you submit your video and we give you compliments and constructive criticism on how you and all of us, including those on the panel and in the chat, can all improve in video creation, editing, storytelling, and approaches. We'll be watching approximately 1 minute of video submitted by one of our viewers, which happens to be hosts. Except one of the hosts won't be here, but his video will be. And then we'll each take a couple of minutes as we go around the table, and we'll give us a few ideas. Then we'll watch the video again and do a roundtable discussion, including some of the things that you guys put in the chat. So when you see something you want to talk about, make sure you put it in there. And maybe I'll tell you what, for today, if you happen to remember, why don't you just put comment in capital letters before you do it, so we know you're talking about the video, and maybe we'll be able to spot those a little faster. We'll do 2 of those today. We're also going to talk about thumbnails today of these videos and the analytics. So if you'd like to have your videos submitted, please email us. The address is pinned at the top of the chat. Submit your video by emailing us the link to your video and tell us which minute or less segment to review, and that's how you get your video on the show. And the reason why we stay under a minute is because there is a limit on how big the file can be for StreamYard to use. Let's say hello to the panel. I believe somebody's moving very slow, so let's pick on that person first. I mean, they're barely crawling.
Were you talking about me?
Oh, no, Mr. Turtle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So what are we doing?
Just tell them who you are and like what you're made out of. Not
right.
Adam. Something more important than that.
I'm Steve Turtle, and I'm a work camper, and I do videos about work camping. However, I'm at a Panhandle Pioneer settlement down in Florida, and I'm talking a lot about Pioneer stuff. So if you want to come on over and check it out, you're more than welcome. And I don't know, you can critique some of my videos. Just leave me a comment and let me know what you think. But yes, Donovan is correct. We need videos. We need you guys to submit videos. You need to share it out and tell everybody about it and get some people over here so we can talk bad about them. I mean, discuss, things about their videos that may be options for getting better or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I do videos about work camping.
Oh, that just burns me up.
It does.
Hey, again, Jason Momoa canceled on us, so we got the next best thing.
Welcome to the Texas Family Camping YouTube channel. Live from somewhere else, it's Texas Family Camping. You don't know where we are, we don't know where we are, and we'll be somewhere else next week. Isn't that amazing? I love how that works. I've been walking the dog recently, and I think I'm in a ghost town. I'm not really sure. There seems to be more deer here than people, but there's plenty of houses. It's very confusing. But if someone could solve the mystery for me, well, I guess I'd have to give you some clues, wouldn't I? At any rate, I'm Dave Rabbit, and I'm here to race Steve Turtle. We all know who wins that race. So let us go ahead and introduce our surprise guest.
Yes, I think we have to wake him up first. Let's see if we can get him to wake up. Are you done yet? Hey, Matt, it's nice to see you.
Hey, glad I could join. Thanks for waking me up. I'm Matt from RCRV, and we make travel videos. First and foremost, we have fun, and we tried to record enough to make a video about it. We're a group. I'm one member of a large group of part-time RVers with full-time jobs, showing how much fun you can have even if you're part-time.
And you're probably the most famous person on here. I would have to say.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I don't know.
If I say that to Scott, he just cowers and says, "I'm the
There's
worst
no
one."
shame in my game.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good. I'm Donovan from RV on the Wayside. We make silly, stupid videos to entertain you. I used to do travel stuff, but I'm having more fun trying to make people laugh. So that's what we do. When I put one out, about one a month now, I think is my schedule. So are you guys ready? So here's the deal. So Scott was supposed to host today, so we got rid of him. And so, but we're going to still use his video. So you guys ready to see a little of Scott's videos? That's okay. Yeah, I forgot. Everybody muted but me, because that's what you're supposed to do.
First, I need to tell you that your breath is kicking.
I was gonna get cat food though.
That's where you're gonna look right there. It seems that eggplant tartare is not really a thing.
I got some spicy peppers.
Oh,
I'll let my kids suffer through that, but I'm not doing it.
We are here at a farmer's market.
I thought I was gonna say that part.
We are here in
We're here in Greenville, South Carolina.
Our parents have a challenge for us.
we've not told the kids, but the winner gets to pick one of our next destinations. Here's the challenge. Everybody gets $5 and 10 minutes.
We have found a farmer's market.
To go pick any food that they want.
Any food?
Any food?
Any food. Well, it has to be something that's prepared and intended as a food for human consumption.
But I was gonna get cat food though.
Ew.
Sophie, that's disgusting.
So the idea is that we want it to be a challenge where everyone has to try every food chosen.
I feel like Sophie's gonna choose something like really gross.
I might throw everyone a softball and get just a really yummy baked good, because that's what I want. Whoever is willing to try every single food wins.
What do we win?
We'll find out after the challenge.
Steve, what do you think?
Well, since Scott's not here, I think it stinks. It's a terrible video, and I don't know what they're talking about. Eating bad food, I don't know. It's just silly. I was expecting a travel video, talk about camping or going somewhere, and they're at some plaza eating, I don't know, peppers and stuff like that. It's just silly, and no wonder he has a retention problem. That'll teach him. He needs to show up to the show and defend himself. No, I don't see it, but I'm sort of partial. I enjoy his videos, and I know how he is. I like it. I think it was a very good video. It was very well put together and scripted and edited. He's stating that he has a retention problem in the first 18 seconds. I don't know what his analytics are showing, but maybe when you have a title and a card or a thumbnail that says gross or worst, people are expecting something like really and they click on it and they don't see that and they click off. But I don't know. I thought it performed as well as his other videos. Retention level, I don't know. That's in his analytics. At one point, there was something on his lens, and I don't know what it was, but it was sort of a reflection or like a fuzzy thing. And I kept looking at it, and only because I've had that before in my case. And you go back in post and you look at it and you go, oh man, what happened? But I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was typical Scott and family. I think they have great chemistry, and it probably took a little while to, choreograph that. And David, what do you think?
I think that he's really grasping for perfection, because when you read what he has, he says that the first 18 seconds, he levels off at 76% retention. That's not bad. And then retention holds pretty steady, 66% at the last 10 seconds, and then drops to 59. In my research when learning how to YouTube, it was try to maintain 70% for the first minute and then 50% till the end of the video. If you can do that, you have success. You do better than that. Obviously, I get that you want to do better than that. And I can tell that this video was striving very hard to be Mr. Beast. It was very Mr. Beastish. Mr. Beast gets like probably 90% retention rate through most of his videos. The payoffs in Mr. Beast's videos are a lot higher. Mr. Beast has a couple of factors going on. He gives out big monetary items, and he routinely picks people that are publicly subscribed to him to come on his show. Those two factors make people want to pay attention because there is some glimpse of hope that maybe someday they'll be on a show. So unless you're going to let me pick your next trip, I mean, where's my payoff? You see what I'm saying? I overall think that you're doing great. The video was awesome. I think your retention rate is great. I got to say, though, I kind of went along with it, and I went and ate a really hot pepper like right after I watched this video, and then my retention rate was terrible. Left it all at Walmart in the bathroom, but Matt, are you okay?
Yeah. You know, I never thought about that, but I overall it's a great video. I just dropped my notes. It's a McGuires on Tires video on steroids. And that's, you know, when I log on to his channel, that's a type of video I expect. But I think he, like you said, I think he took it up a notch, definitely with his editing and his production. The audio was really good. And I think a lot of those shots were from a cell phone. So I don't know if he helped fix the audio in post, but it's great. I guess we're supposed to give negative comments or criticisms. There is a touch where the audio is not so great, but I have to piggyback another positive because part of what he did, I think we talked about it in another live stream, but he put the text when you didn't even need text. And I really like that. I think it kind of drew you in. I could hear clearly the audio was great, but to have what's going on and reading the text, it really kind of sucks you in. And I think he did it deliberately. And that small part where the audio's kind of poor, you barely notice it because you've already been reading the text. And so you just kind of read along for what they say. So yeah, kudos all around. It was a good production.
Well, I had to play it 4 times just to read or hear the very first thing they said. I really did struggle with that very first phrase. It went so fast because they said so much in that tiny little bit that I couldn't even read it. So I finally just decided to pause, read it, and then I went on to the rest of the video and I was fine. So the first one just went a little too quick for me. And maybe part of that's just because I wasn't prepared for this from Scott. And I loved having the text at the bottom. I thought that was great. It made sure, you know, no matter how bad the sound is, it still sounds great when you can read it. So that's a big key factor, which I think Matt is definitely pointed out. And the pace, oh my gosh. I mean, that you watch the whole video, it's like over like that. I was like, oh, that was it? You know, it went fast. So I really enjoyed that part. Let's take another peek at awful food.
First, I need to tell you that your breath is kicking.
I was gonna get cat food though.
That's where you're gonna look right there. It seems that eggplant tartare is not really a thing.
I got some spicy peppers.
Oh,
I'll let my kids suffer through that, but I'm not.
We are here at a farmer's market.
I thought I was gonna say that part.
We are here in.
Oh wait, we're here in Greenville, South Carolina.
Our parents have a challenge for us.
we've not told the kids, but the winner gets to pick one of our next destinations. Here's the challenge. Everybody gets $5 and 10 minutes.
We have found a farmer's market.
To go pick any food that they want.
Any food?
Any food?
Any food. Well, it has to be something that's prepared and intended as a food for human consumption.
But I was gonna get cat food though.
Ew.
Sophie, that's disgusting.
So the idea is that we want it to be a challenge where everyone has to try every food chosen.
I feel like Sophie's gonna choose something like really gross.
I might throw everyone a softball and get just a really yummy baked good because that's what I want. Whoever is willing to try every single food wins.
What do we win?
We'll find out after the challenge.
So let's just hit this up right away. I like that they can script things out, not only him, but the whole family, and wonder how many takes They do in public places. Just so you know, full-time dream, great comment. Scott is the only one that has to take more than one take. Let's just get that out of the way. Everybody else can hit it on the nail, but Scott, he has to do it 2 or 3 times until they finally go, okay, that was great, Scott. And then like, we just got to get off beyond this. So that's, he knows.
Well, I think the children did really well, with their on-screen presence, vlogging in, in traffic. So I thought they did a good job.
I think that this whole year that they've done the live streams has helped the entire family get better in front of the camera and their performances and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I noticed that I think the last several videos Scott's put out, both his girls, you can see their camera presence and confidence really improved. I think I agree with Dave. I'd probably credit that to the live streams as well.
I think Scott could learn a lot from them.
I do think that the thumbnail looks too busy.
Okay, let's talk about that since you brought it up. A thumbnail is this one. And you're saying too busy because?
All the colors back behind the 2 peppers is just very distracting.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the scissors.
See, and I thought it would have been better if you didn't have dark fruit behind the bottom half of if they were all in a bright color, you probably could have spotted it even better.
But at the same time, I mean, what's the point of the black peppers? Is that like
I think he's trying to say the worst food was a mystery food, although that's pretty obvious what those are.
Mm-hmm.
Anaheim peppers, right?
Serranos.
They're too big, though. That's why I said Anaheim.
They're carrots.
They're carrots.
Yeah, carrots.
Do you think they delivered on the promise from the thumbnail?
I think we would have to have viewed more of the video tonight. I've seen it all, but I don't remember how. I know that it got gross enough that Mom was like, "I'm out," and then.
Well, I don't know that any of it was gross. I mean, it probably not taste well, but an onion, a pepper, a Danish, and what was the other one?
Oh, I forgot the other one.
Yeah.
Who exits on eating an onion? Come on.
Yeah. I mean,
that's an easy one.
It's a pepper. Gross is, like eating a shoe or something.
I don't know. The cat food was a great choice.
We just saw the little lollipops. Typically you've got the scorpion in a lollipop, but we also just saw one with a cricket in it, and then one that had little fire ants in it.
That would be gross.
There was also a bag of crickets, like a snack,
sure,
like a little bag of crickets, and we were just like,
"Now,
somebody walk in here, buy this, and eat this."
Yeah, I don't know. Peppers didn't really sound like one of the grossest foods. The worst.
I like, I like Tube Buddy. So, gross. 8.85 million videos that gross. And here's worst. 723 million videos are the worst something.
Oh,
how about spiciest?
Wow. It's pretty competitive.
Yeah.
So let me play devil's advocate here with the thumbnail, and I'm pulling up his channel and looking at the actual.
We're going to look at the analytics also.
Who was it? I think was joking and said that they wanted to see an RV travel video.
Oh, that was me.
But in seriousness, if we understand what we do, I maybe would have tried playing up on that, because the video is great. It shows the market. The pepper is like, the peak of the suspense buildup. But I think maybe not give it away in the thumbnail. And even the title, it's I ate the worst foods at the market. Why not fastest way to see a new town, or fastest way, best way for family to see a a stop. You know, you're still kind of playing on the RV, and then with his intro, they could probably have been in their own town, but you wouldn't know. You know, you could have thought they stopped in a town, and okay, we got 10 minutes to see this market. Like, here's $5, and then all of a sudden, you know, it kind of builds up to the suspense, and you could have played the thumbnail to that title. Versus, I feel like the thumbnail has peppers. We're talking about, you know, the worst food in the title and in the description. Like, I think we're just kind of putting it all right up front, and maybe save some of that and create a little bit more mystery. I don't know. You know, Scott's analytics will tell the story. It is just ideas. You know, far be it from us to say what works. I think all four of us have very unique, different viewers and analytics. So you got to know your customer.
I thought maybe something like street market survivor food challenge. Something like that. So they're like, oh, they're doing a survivor food challenge, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Something to get, but I don't like showing the peppers either. You don't bury the lead.
Maybe a hand with the money to the kids, you know, a close up of the hand with the bill, you know.
Yeah.
Or a mystery sack in one of their hands, like
something, yeah.
That, right?
What about crickets in the hand and just a picture of the crickets in the hand and say, "Eat this"?
Now, wouldn't that be clickbait? I mean, cricket bait?
Well, no, they would have to make good on it. If nobody made good on eating the crickets.
Knowing your audience too, I would the one thing when I was watching this video, it's a great video. It's probably one of Scott's best edited videos, and it's like I said, it's a McGuire's video on steroids. Like, he's taking it to another level. I don't know Scott's analytics. I don't have access to see them, but I do know we've been in talks. We've been looking at doing collabs with some other YouTube channels, and some of them didn't work out. We had a difference of opinion in editing styles because my audience is a lot older than a millennial audience, which was the other channel that I was, and their editing is very much like this, super fast pace, you know, pop-up pictures and pop-up texts, and that's what their audience likes. And if I were to do too much of that on my channel, the video wouldn't do well, because in my demographic, you know, the majority are, you know, 40 to 55, and then my next second biggest demographic is the 65 and older. Like, and they tend not to like all this flashing and moving. You know, they want a story, they want it a little more calm, and you know, they like anticipation. I can add a little bit of that, but I have to be careful. Whereas, you know, some other channels can do that. So is definitely an addictive video Scott has. It's something you could click on by accident, and then you're hooked. You're like, okay, now I got to see what happens. I think it's going to do very well in the long run once, you know, the analytic, or not the algorithm, can kind of figure out the video. I think it's going to be killer for Scott's channel. But again, if you're thinking about incorporating this style, you got to know your audience. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. You just have to know who your viewers are. And, you know, for our situation, it was something I couldn't do because our viewers don't like that.
Well, I thought the speed of the video, like I said, it was over before I knew it. I enjoyed the heck out of that. Let's look at it.
Which is a sign of a great video.
Right. It is. Right. When you can watch 6 minutes and it feels like 1 minute, you're like, holy cow, that was awesome. What else they got?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So let's look at his analytics. All right. I'm going to make it full screen since that seems to be a little harder to see. I don't know if that helped at all. So you see the 82%, and it stays pretty steady till the very, very end. So
that's a great line.
I know. I'm looking at it going, where is Scott?
Where's Scott? He's crying about this?
Yeah, come on,
Scott. He's off playing. He's out there in a state park playing Pantsless Pictionary right now.
Yeah.
needs to call in on the phone and answer for the. What is he crying
line-
about here?
That line's
So-
solid. That oh man.
So, but but to his point, was the pace so fast in the beginning? Is that why people thought, oh, I can't read that fast or I can't keep up with that, and they bailed?
Okay, I
Because
think that he
seriously,
needs
at
to.
the pace it was going and the way it went, I thought you'd be stuck never leaving.
I'm still trying to figure out what he's complaining about. Does he have better performing videos than this? That I think we need to look at a case study on his videos then. If this is his worst.
Well, his question is, why did I lose 18 or 17.5% in the first, 10 seconds?
It's just natural, man.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah.
think about how many, when you search YouTube, as if you're on, especially we do a lot on the Apple TV or smart TV, and sometimes that little dial, and I'll click a video and I'm like, oh, it was, I meant the left one, but it was highlighting the right and I didn't see it. And then I click right off. There's thousands of reasons that you're never going to get that flat in the beginning.
I'll do you one better. There is something else that I had picked up on about a year ago. When you're on your phone and you're just scrolling through there and it starts to autoplay, it hits your history.
Really?
So see the guy right there?
Yeah.
And now I scroll past him. How much
So
you want to bet that's his 18% right there?
You just saw 3 seconds of his video and then moved on.
I scrolled past, but it still
Yeah.
hit my history, even though I
Yeah.
never even clicked on it.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And that is true. I've seen where I went back in my history and I said, oh, I didn't see that video. And then I looked and sure enough, it was something that was on my phone
Yeah.
that I skipped it. I was like, no, don't. I tried to hit cancel. I didn't do it in time. Next video started and I'd already just went and hit history. It had already been in there. So that is a great point.
Well, I'm with Steve. Was it Steve? I said if you're hitting 70 within the first minute, like you're golden, you're doing good. He's 82, like in the swing,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think-
staying in the 60s. I mean, yeah, anything above 50% is you're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Donovan, was that just a screenshot? That wasn't like actually his analytics?
No, just a screenshot.
Oh, rats. I wanted to poke around for a little bit.
David.
Man, I want to do a callback to
dive.
pre-show.
Yeah. Too bad he's not here. Boy, I tell you.
Oh, to call back the pre-show. That would be crazy. So let's go ahead and kick this next one off. So
Wait.
I'm gonna
Wait.
Wait.
What's the next one?
some idiots.
Oh my
So
Lord.
just bear with it. I mean, we got to suffer
Oh my goodness.
The X-rated one.
through it. So this one goes in the kitchen, right?
we like to mix it up.
It's a voucher for a hands-free massage. I feel like such a novice now. I have no idea what that is.
All I can think of is bumping butts when we're trying to steal more of the bed.
What did you got?
She's like, I'm ready for day number 2, Mommy.
Bat, what'd you think?
I think it was a Donovan video. It was I loved it. Couple great points. I love how you changed the music. A Christmas theme. You could have taken the same song and ran it through the whole video. Like ran it, cut it when the audio, then pick it back up again. But you didn't. That would have been the easy thing to do. We've all been guilty of that. But you actually changed to different songs. Still the Christmas theme. man, I think it really kind of draws you in, because just the change of the song, even though it's still Christmas, it kind of gives that invisible, like, oh, what's next? You know, it's something else, even though we're still covering the same thing. It was genius. I loved it. I love the transitions. Are those custom, or did you, are they just like a plugin? So you actually did it. So you planned. That's awesome. I was looking at a video about, you know, at the end of a talking thing, like whipping your phone or going up, but then just make sure that your next one is coming up or at the sky. I'm probably going to start playing around with some of those, but I loved it. I love the transition. What else I have here? Okay, so I think what I would have really liked to see, I'm going to give you a little bit of criticism. the hands-free massage was a great part, but I was expecting that Donovan comedy that from you with scissors clipping grass, you know, like I think it was an opportunity missed. I think a 2-second shot of like headbutting somebody in the back like this, you know, like to show, like, to make fun of what the heck is it. Instead, you just kind of did text on the bottom, and I was let down, because I was like, oh, here it comes. I'm going to see something, and I didn't. So I was expecting some of that Donovan comedy, but I think it's one of the better videos I've seen as far as editing. I liked it. I think it was really awesome, and I don't care what you say, I'm going to try some Wicked Pickle.
Wow, talk about advent calendar overload. That was very interesting. I was almost kind of expecting the music to keep amping up and just like constantly flashing more advent calendars on the screen, and then see all of you like sprawled out like y'all ate too much chocolate, or, you know, fudge from that place that you got in Missouri. What was that place called again? Anyway, or was it Connecticut? I forget. Anyway, I thought we were going somewhere completely inappropriate with the beginning of that video. That was a shocker. I like Matt's idea, though. That would have been funny. But, like, how do you give a hands-free massage and then just start headbutting the back of you? Keep it. Make it so that it's like, I like that kind of humor. Where like it, everybody assumes it's inappropriate, and it's totally not inappropriate, and then you're just totally naive about it. That's how I like to have fun with stuff like that. I did feel like at the end with the dog getting the treat, it kind of slowed down. But, you know, you also did just kind of say that McGuires On Tires video was a little too fast paced for you. So I don't know. Maybe you need that slow down. Hey, can we get a walker for the host, please?
Come here.
I don't know. I don't know. It was advent calendars. It's Christmas, or at least it was Christmas. You got to get excited over advent calendars, but I didn't know there were that many. It may have been too many advent calendars. I mean, what was that? One per day in December? What? Oh, 11? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit too much adult rated. There was a lot of innuendos and the whole rubbing the whatever parts, and now there's headbutting, and then it was butting for the room. You know, you gotta, what was that? Butt bumping. I don't know. I thought it was a little R rated. But and seriously, I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I had fun. But you know, there was booze, sex, and couples games. I mean, really? And somehow there's a dog advent calendar, but the dog don't open it. A human has to give it to. I mean, I'd rather see the dog open the advent calendar, like tear into it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was typical Donovan. I did. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the transitions. I still haven't been able to figure out how to do that. I guess it's in the neck whip like that. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. There was a lot of sex though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of sex.
There was.
And something about taking it to the kitchen. What do you do in your kitchen? I mean, what do you
So this is normal for us. We are all this way. Those jokes were not scripted. That stuff just comes off the cuff from my family. My wife just cracks me up constantly. Every time I think I got the last joke in, she throws one-liners in there and I'm like, where did that one come from? That was brilliant. So I know it never end too quickly because one of our family members is going to say something. So by the way, how do you do those? So what I do is I pivot to a point so that I know exactly, and I get my motion down. So I'm going to go right to a stopping point and I try to get there as quick as I can get there. And then what I did is I made a list. And I listed with the directions that I was going on each shot or each calendar. And then I cut the calendar picture in half so I could do a little thing in between if I was going to do one. That way I could just map it out. And then over here, I numbered the order I want the scenes to happen. And that's how you do it so that you don't have to get too lost. If you just plan out the order. Now, my order I didn't like. And so a couple of them, I had to go back and film it to get the right up and down and left and right. First of all, there's four calendars you didn't see because 11 was enough. The first scene, what'd you guys say? Oh, it was a thought that the dog one maybe we shouldn't do, but her little tail wagging and people love animals, so I thought you got to have that in there. So. And her little tail is adorable. So we went with it. And plus, again, Jody with the great line. Oh, she's ready for date number 2 now. She just had number 1. So that was hilarious. And
yeah, at that point, you should have threw it on the floor and let the dog tear into it.
Well,
like,
Well, Jill, if you're listening, you know what to do for him next year. What was the other thing? Oh, so the head thing. Oh man, it would have been great if I just leaned on Jody's shoulder and just burrowed my head into her. That would have been hilarious. I didn't, it was just all off the cuff. And I was like, that was a good take. Let's go for it. And let's just see it again. I can't wait for I want to know about the thumbnail.
The X-rated one.
So this one goes in the kitchen, right?
we like to mix it up.
It's a voucher for a hands-free massage. I feel like such a novice now. I have no idea what that is.
All I can think of is bumping butts when we're trying to steal more of the bed. She's like, I'm ready for day number 2, Mommy.
So 11 was too many?
Well, there should be a limit.
It took 20 minutes every morning to get through all.
I know. I could imagine. I thought it was pretty awesome. Have you ever watched a video and you see a place that you've been in and you go, I've been there?
Yeah.
I did the same thing when you were beside the fireplace.
Oh,
I know where
you
your
have been there.
fireplace is.
I know you have been there. You're so funny. Gosh, you should be funny in your videos.
No, no.
By the way, David, that was originally my first thought, was just to randomly show all these different kinds and maybe a piece from each one and what it looked like. And then I was like, that's just a film strip. So then I bailed that whole idea and said, let's just start opening them and see what happens.
I would have accelerated them. You know how like
Made
when
them
you
faster
you
and
like,
faster.
well, yeah, like all of a sudden to the point where it's like, and then see you guys like, oh my goodness, we consumed all the chocolate and alcohol. You know, like after you've had too much, you've surpassed your point of diminishing returns, something to that factor. That's how I would. I wouldn't have done it fast at first. I would have built up to it.
Sure. Okay.
I like that idea, and that last song would have been the perfect song because that song actually does speed up.
And I did set up the songs. I picked 3 that I liked, but then I played the favorite one going last. You know what I mean? So that I felt like the songs would increase as they went. And that was the fastest one, which is why it went last. But like you said, maybe the dog wasn't a good time for that because it's kind of slowed things down with the music ramping up. So good points.
Maybe placing that clip somewhere else, but a gratuitous dog shot never hurts. I mean, there are entire YouTube channels making hundreds of thousands of dollars and just show dogs. So I don't think putting dog clips in there hurts, but I do like that you didn't keep a steady shot of the dog. I think it was the same clip, but you zoomed in, you cropped out, you know, you could have just kept it there and you didn't. And I think that was great. And you made it look like 3 or 4 different shots. And I'm pretty sure it was the same just because I edit, but I'm saying it didn't feel drawn out because you were cropping in and cropping out.
Whoa, who is that?
Oh my gosh, he actually made a connection.
You know, I like what he said and even end it with, like at the very end, like the very last thing you would say after you guys like wake up from passed out, you'd be like, man, what are we going to do for December 2nd?
Wait, we have to do this again tomorrow? You know?
Yeah.
And here's the worst. So Jody, the one we didn't show, she made individually boxed pairs of wild socks. It took me 30 minutes Christmas morning opening all those instead of doing them one day at a time. It took forever to unbox socks. So I could have shown the whole thing that way. Could have got faster opening each one.
Or you could have taken Dave's suggestion, and then as you got faster and you led to what Scott is saying, you know, you guys are mixing stuff up, you know, so you are taking a bite of a dog treat and then somebody else is drinking, and then you're massage, but Jody slaps you in the face just because she's lazy and whatever, you know, that's your massage. You know, you could have, there's a ton of ways you could have played it up and then ended like what Scott's saying, where, you know, you passed out and what are we going to do for the second?
Oh, I guess we should probably put that up there since my wife joined us. And she made a good point. Just so, because I think she's doing it because Steve Turtle. You want to read it, Steve?
Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. The sexy Advent had a lot of very sweet opinions of holding hands, making a date night, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I just happened to read the wrong one first.
Well, there was, I just remember, I wrote it down. There's butt bumping. So
we heard butt bumping and everything else went out the window.
There was butt bumping. I loved it. I thought it was fun.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. And I know it was all Jody. So
let's see. Let's hit the thumbnail. So my question is, was the thumbnail clickbait?
Well, show it.
I'm getting there.
Come on now. Get it on up there.
So is that clickbait?
No.
No.
Now, you didn't specifically say there was one in the bedroom, but you did have a wicked pickle.
Yes. And for
But-
those of you who haven't seen the video, you don't listen to Matt. You don't want a wicked pickle.
Yeah, and it's not Donovan's wicked pickle.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I had a wicked pickle.
Oh, was that yours?
No, I tried one. But anyway, so that was legit, right? That I'm trying to get away from Steve right now, like as fast as I can. So even the bedroom, because we did advent calendars in every room. Now, if I'd have grabbed the other 4, we could have done one in the shed, the garage, by the pool. We could have kept going, but we just didn't want to overkill it.
No, I don't think it was.
What's a wicked
I don't think
pickle?
it was clickbait at all.
Okay, because I delivered on everything, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I just want to make sure I wasn't like trying to fool people or anything.
No.
I'm
Now,
still trying to figure out what you do in the kitchen.
David, did you think oh, you didn't get to see it, did you?
Where have you been, David?
His internet gets cut off.
I'm on a different network this time, so I'm not really sure.
Welcome to full-time RVing, buddy.
What are we discussing? The thumbnail?
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of words on the screen, my friend. A lot. But what is a wicked pickle?
Yeah, you need to watch the whole video. All I can tell you is I'm really sorry to my family. I really apologize.
Yeah, that was
not. You'll
not
just
good.
have to see it. It was terrible of me. So let's see.
It was worse. That was a worse video than McGuires on Tires video about the worst foods.
Oh, if that had been on the McGuires on Tires one, I think you wouldn't have had a winner. Except I don't think the kids could have participated. If that means anything. So, I have a drop before it even starts. How's that? I mean, it literally, like, on the opening scene, it's over.
People just scrolled on past
20%.
on their phones.
Boom, it's over. It was "'Tis the Season" a lie? I don't know. Like, that's where it died right there. "'Tis the Season." So maybe they thought I don't know what they thought they were going to come see. It's the second one. So I did one last year. And last year's the kind that Matt likes.
But who would know that?
Because it says "'Tis the Season 2," and I wrote in the description that it's a sequel. But nobody would know that. So here's the bad part. So let's see. Can I do the arrow? Oh, I can do this here. So right here is where the joke happened about
sex.
Yeah. And then the drop happened. So maybe my sense of humor isn't for everyone, or maybe Steve was right and I pushed the limits just a little too far.
No, I don't think you pushed the limits too far. I was referring to the number of advent calendars.
Those limits.
No, I thought it was coy. I thought it was cute. I didn't think it was bad at all.
I might have scared him off on the booty shake.
I think
I made it super quick. I didn't leave myself up there very long with that. This is one of my worst videos as far as holding to the very end. I usually am above a 66%.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good at the ends of keeping people at the end when I stopped having an end screen.
Right.
Because I don't really let you know the end's going to happen. But on this one, I do let you know the end's happening because I have I have a little, Merry Christmas thing at the end.
Yeah.
But it declined after the risque advent calendars, the bedroom ones.
Yeah. And it's touchy because you have a message. You want to say Merry Christmas. But if you put that in there, they go, oh, it's ended, so let's get out of here.
Yes.
It's a little frustrating, Dave.
Well, you're talking about how many viewers you lost after that certain point. How many subscribers did you lose?
One.
You did. Okay.
I did. Legitimately. I mean, unless it was just someone who joined and, you know, disappeared a day later. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't watch it that close now. I have great people. I don't worry about those one or twos. So anyway, I didn't bring an extra topic today. What do you know about that?
Well, I mean, Scott McGuire missed most of the ragging on him for the first half, so we could just, you know, rag on him some more now that he's here.
We could read.
Hey, by the way, you know what? Steve Turtle was talking about what's innuendos. You know,
You don't see anything in yours?
It's kind of dark out there. I don't see a whole lot in innuendos.
Okay.
Oh, these are my windows.
Yeah, my windows are pretty dark too.
Yeah. There's
And
no-
unright.
So
Wicked
where are
is
you
not-
at, Matt? What state?
I'm back at home base. We're back in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, do you really think he had a full entertainment center in his RV?
And no,
I mean-
I was just curious. I was just curious where everybody's at because we're looking out our windows.
Well, you got a snowstorm behind you.
I'm very festive. It's Christmas, and yeah, I'm in Florida, and of course the two goofballs to the left of me are from Texas and
Say Panhandle. Say it.
Panhandle.
Thank you.
Say it meow.
Panhandle.
Yeah, I'm in nowhere, Texas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So real quick, did you guys do any kind of Christmas video
We didn't.
themed?
I did a Christmas video. It was too long for the Panhandle Pioneer Settlements YouTube channel. I've got to go back and edit it. I haven't done that, but I hope there's no children listening. But I played Santa Claus, and I wanted to get that video out for the Panhandle Pioneer Settlement.
Is that some kind of innuendo that you play Santa Claus?
It's not in a window.
Steve, why would you have to worry if children are present? Obviously, he can't be at all the malls at the same time, so we have to have
Well,
people.
I had that
Help
question. I had that question.
Okay.
It's really fun. I enjoy it. Oh.
We wanted to do a Christmas video, but with not traveling this Christmas, and you know, Latinos, we get the entire family together. It's hard. You know, we're a group of RVers, but then when you add extended family, comfort on camera and video, and you comfort levels with everybody. At some point, it's okay. Do you want to just enjoy the season with your family? Do you want to push out a video? And with us, family wins every time. So we were like, okay, let's hang up the camera and just enjoy the season.
Yeah, I agree.
I have an interesting thought about that. Matt, being Latino, you guys do the Christmas presents at midnight, open everything at midnight.
Yep.
So the fact that there are so many people that don't know about that, and then I've got friends that are Hispanic here in Texas that didn't realize people don't do that. It almost would be kind of cool if you could convince your family to show that off, to kind of help the world to see that in our culture, this is what we do. Because I don't know that.
That's exactly what we wanted to do. It was more my fault. My family's really great. And, you know, and my mother-in-law has been on a video when we were in Helen. But it does take a little bit of forward work on my part to get that ready. And with the hectic season and last minute Christmas gifts, we couldn't work it out. And instead of stressing the family out, we just kind of made the call, you know, we're going to hang up the camera and we'll come back after the first of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
worries.
agree with you. I think that's a great point. And that's really, we wanted to try to showcase that, not do a full, you know, usually we're 15 to 20 minute videos on RCRV. Like it was going to be a quick 5 to 7 minute video kind of showcasing exactly what you said. But with our run and gun style, something like that has to be kind of planned out. And, you know, we just didn't have the time to make it happen. And, you know, ultimately YouTube's not paying the bills. We love every one of our subscribers, but we're still gonna be a family and enjoy what we can and not stress our family out saying, hey, say something on the camera. So we think it was the best decision. But yeah, for sure, we're gonna get our act together next year and see what we can produce.
Italian families, you got to have pasta at every meal, and they make so much food, it's ridiculous. So, and that's very similar in that aspect. Although this might be interesting to some people. When you are invited to an Italian Christmas and they say pass the gravy and you reach for the boat with the brown stuff in it that goes on the potatoes, and they say, no, I said pass the gravy. And you look around like, what am I doing wrong? The marinara sauce is gravy for the Italians, and the brown stuff is sauce.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
that's what I learned my first Italian Christmas.
I do think that's a good point that Matt made. You have to decide, what's important to family and what's important to YouTube. And it's a lot of people get caught up in the whole YouTube thing, and you can't let that go. But I think family is very important. I love to see family on video together. Matt, your family is awesome. Dave, yours is awesome. Donovan, yours is awesome too, but it's a little bit smaller. But to see the young children in the videos, I think is really cool, especially when it comes to that sentimental connection between father and daughter or son. I don't know. I love that stuff. But yeah, you got to draw a line when it comes to holidays and family.
Yeah, I see Scott's comment. He said, well, once you allow yourself to miss putting out a video here and there, it's so freeing. I was actually watching some research on this week on, what impacts skipping videos. And yeah, I think we have to put it in perspective, skipping a week or even 2 weeks and the overall impact of your channel, you're not going to feel it. And whether it's family issues or sometimes life, life happens. And why add the extra stress on yourself? So I'm definitely in Scott's school of thought, is that I think for the first 6 months of our channel, we never missed a single week. But some of our quality suffered. We had some good videos and we had some just, I gotta need to put a video out this week type videos. And I think we're to the point now is if I don't have a good video or if I have half of a video, I'm going to hold off and I'm just going to keep editing at my own pace until I can put out something quality, because now that we've been doing it for a little while longer, that you're playing the end game with YouTube. You're not playing the next week's analytics. So just forcing out a video this week really doesn't help you. Maybe not having the views for a week or two, but having a high quality video that will pay you 6 months down the road, it takes a lot of stress off. So Scott's got a great point.
It's definitely freeing.
Yeah.
All right,
One
Donovan.
a month. That feels good. So please send us your videos. We really need it. We really need everybody to do this. There you go. Come on, David, help us. You started it. All right, there we go. We really do need your videos. So please go to that email link up at the top, grab it, get us a video. We really need your help. Thank you for everyone on the panel. Thank you for the chat. You guys had some good stuff. We always appreciate that. And not only did I hope you have a great Christmas, we all really hope you have a great New Year, and we will see you in, what year will it be? 2022.